Hello Taurus, welcome to your August tarot reading. You may have noticed, if you have subscribed already, that there wasn't a July reading. I apologise for that, I had a really busy month, but I'm going to get straight into your August reading now. Okay Taurus, got some good cards here for you. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Moon and the Five of Pentacles. So this seems to be leaning towards your sense of security. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, which indicates the foundation from which you spring from. Now that could be a foundation that somebody else has set. It could be something that you are standing upon that was provided for you, or it could well be that you are looking at the foundation that you're setting for your family. The Ten of Pentacles is kind of the pinnacle of security and abundance. It may well mean that you're adding to something that somebody else has started. You're continuing a legacy, if you like, continuing to set down these foundations for the future. Now in this card we have the Kabbalah, the Tree of Life, and it indicates a growth, it indicates a rising in your spiritual understanding. So I'm getting the sense that this is what is happening for you, Taurus. Obviously you're an earth sign, your stability and resources are important to you, and so this is maybe something that you've been concentrating on, or you could well be feeling a lack. And I'm saying that because we've got the Moon card next to it, and we also have the Five of Pentacles. So the Moon speaks about your emotions, kind of things that don't always appear in the light of day. The moon's light is extremely surreal, but it highlights things that are hidden. It highlights things that perhaps aren't always seen. It also speaks about illusion. So sometimes when we get the Moon card, it indicates that there are thoughts and feelings and attitudes and beliefs that we kind of need to dig up and have a look at. We need to examine why we feel those things and if they're still relevant in our life, and if they're going to serve us going forward. So with this card, you kind of have the support of this very watery energy, this very emotional energy, to go in search of that which is holding you back, basically. And it seems what is holding you back is your feeling of being alone, your feeling of being locked out of any joy, any security, any stability. The Five of Pentacles comes along to show you that perhaps it's about, the way you see things as opposed to the reality. As you may know, your thoughts create your reality and your beliefs. In this card we have the key leaning up against the door that's seemingly closed. So it indicates to me that this is a perspective, this is a view on things that might not necessarily be so, or if it is so, it can be changed. There is the opportunity to shift that view. It often lies within our own self-belief. It can also mean that the people around us are not available to support our progress and our growth, or that we just think that they're not and we haven't asked. Some people don't like to ask for help. And so what we have here is kind of quite a deep question about your foundation, your resources, your finances, your work even. It may well be that there are aspects of your work environment that are causing you concern. You're wanting to solidify something, you're wanting to feel secure, but there are some emotions that need to be dealt with here. I'm going to draw some clarity cards for you now. Okay, so these cards were quite forceful in coming out, so I feel that they're quite valid for you this month, Taurus. We have the Temperance card, the Death card, and the Six of Swords. And also what came out with the Six of Swords was the Ace of Pentacles, so I'll go into that as well. So the Temperance card over the Ten of Pentacles, this to me speaks about getting balance. It speaks about getting the alchemy right. There's kind of a healing aspect to this. There's a universal support to this. And I also always notice the fact that the angel here, the guidance we have, is about getting the balance between our physical and our emotional. So with one foot on the earth and one foot in the water, it allows us to see where we are in need of balance, if you like. You notice the pyramid or the triangle on the angel's chest. It indicates a higher vibration. It indicates the kind of high resonance of the spiritual growth that the Kabbalah is speaking of. And what it is asking you to rise above the negative thinking, the kind of self-limiting beliefs, if you like, and allow good things to come to you, basically, to allow the balance to come. Sometimes we are too stuck in our worries and our fears, and it's asking you to rise above those, examine why they're there with the moon, and to bring yourself into balance. Now, the death card over the moon is very interesting because it indicates the end of a cycle. It indicates perhaps that you're aware of what you might have been kind of doing to yourself, if you like, or what's been going on, and it's coming to an end. The emotions that you've been experiencing, or perhaps even ignoring, is, you know, the cycle has to end with this death card. It's also about rebirth. It's also about a brand new beginning, and this cycle has to close. There's no two ways about it. The death card comes along only when something is ending. So looking at the Six of Swords, it also speaks to me of an ending and a new beginning. The Six of Swords is about leaving troubled times, leaving difficulties in search of peace. And the story with this card is that the woman and child is leaving difficult circumstances and heading off to calmer lands, if you like, calmer shores. But she'll be leaving the swords in the boat. She'll be leaving the thinking, the processes along in the boat, and she won't be taking them with her. There is a child here indicative of a project or a new idea, or a new way of thinking even. And the fact that the boatman has what could be classed as a wand, it indicates the Ace of Wands to me, and it indicates the new start as well. So this is a very emotional passage, by the way. Despite it being a swords card, it is also crossing waters, so you'll be dealing with those emotions that hold you back, and finding yourself with a brand new canvas to create with. So that over the Five of Pentacles tells me that there's a shift here in your thinking, that you're perhaps tired of this cycle of kind of low vibration, and you're taking yourself off and away from these ways of being into something new. And something new because the Ace of Pentacles is here. Now notice we have the start of the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the Five of Pentacles, and then the Ace. So this definitely is about your resources, your work, your career, your foundation. There is a new start here for you, Taurus. I'm going to draw an advice card for you now. Okay, straight away we have what flipped out is the Sorrow card. The Sorrow card is interesting in that it speaks about Buddha and his apprentice, his disciple. And his disciple spent all his life at the side of Buddha, assisting him, and basically living kind of vicariously through Buddha's experience, having then not had an experience of his own. So anyway, the other disciples see this gentleman in great sorrow, and they are curious because they know that he should know that Buddha is in the right place, wherever he's gone off to. And so he says he's not in sorrow for Buddha and his passing, he's in sorrow for himself, because he has the realization that he wasn't living his life and his truth and his creativity and expression. So the message here is to be yourself, is to not miss a moment of creation for yourself. And I want to go back to the Ten of Pentacles and that legacy. So if there's a question here over whether you're doing too much for others and whether you have the support to do for you, therein lies your message. Don't have the regrets that this gentleman had. I'm going to draw you one outcome card now for August. Okay, Taurus, I had the Nine of Cups fall out and then also the Eight of Cups, which is quite unusual in my very well shuffled deck to get the sequence like this. So I'm going to take them both for you. The Nine of Cups signifies a wish come true. Your kind of desires, your needs have been answered here. It seems that this whole shift and this new understanding for yourself will bring you everything that you felt the lacking of with the Five of Pentacles. And the Eight of Cups shows the journey that you're taking, going in search of that which is missing, going in search of that which will make you happy. Sometimes we get to a certain point in life where something clicks and we realize that, you know, I'm not satisfied with this scenario. It feels lacking to me, and we go off in search of that full feeling of abundance, that full feeling of joy. And there it is for you. So, wow, what a reading for you. August, Taurus is going to be very interesting for you, and I'll love to hear your comments to see how this pans out for you. I'll see you next time.